So I don't know about you guys, but I've always been a huge fan of FNAF. Whether it's the games, the books, and now the movie, I thought I could finally make an item I always wanted from that world. I didn't know at first what I wanted to make because I didn't want to go too big. Thought maybe a Freddy head or a Bonnie head, but then I was like, the movie's coming out. I have to go big. If I don't go big, I'll regret it forever. So I thought, why not make the Springtrap suit? Now, my Springtrap is going to be a mixture between the books and the games. So if it looks weird at certain parts, like, oh, there's a scar wrong, or there's a burn mark not there, that is why. I started off doing an arm, and I realized it's going to be so either boring or obnoxious for you guys. 4 arm pieces, 4 leg pieces, the body, the feet, and the head. So I said, I'm just gonna skip that, make 1 arm, show you guys how it's done, and then work on the head fully on camera for you guys. I started off making the helmet off camera because this was unnecessary for the suit. So I bought this foam stuff and I thought it would work best to make the outer puffs for the suit. I started off working on the jaw. It was a little obnoxious at first because I didn't have fabric scissors, so I had to struggle. The jaw was the easiest place to start on the helmet because then I could work up from it and make everything align with it. After getting the jaw on, I then started working on the upper half of the mask. Now, I remember back in high school, they taught me how to wrap things around stuff, like around foam board or around things. Clearly, I didn't pay attention enough to that, but I promise you guys, stick with me and it will look amazing in the end. After getting the head entirely wrapped in foam, I then started on the ears. I put on each foam board and then made a second little boards to go on the inside to make it curve properly. After that, I then glued them all together. Got these 2 sticks, put them in some foam, and then put it in so I can make the bend of the ears. After wrapping it in foam and made tape, I did the exact same thing to make the top half of the left ear. The left ear is practically the same, didn't want to bore you guys with it. At first I thought I could have just shaved some of the foam off, but then I was like, it would look horrible. Now, it was a little too heavy with too much glue, so I then just cut a hole into the helmet and was going to glue them in properly instead of just making the foam more solid to hold them in. So then after that, I got the nose in and then started cutting the eyes out. Now, I decided I was not going to put any fur or like fabric on the outside. After getting burnt, the suit would have no fur or fabric on the outside anymore. If you've ever burnt a type of fabric, then you know that stuff turns rock solid. I got to making the eyes. They're just out of hot glue. I'm painting the inside black and then the outside white to make it where the lights I bought were inside, because if I just put white on the outside, it would shine straight through. Once the paper mache dried, I then painted it with a white paint and flour mixture to make it a little more bumpy / rough feeling. I then started to draw on where I would cut for scrapes, burns, or rot. Then after getting the eyelids in and the eyes in, I then started cutting away. So for the color, I decided to go with an autumn festival, but it's a little bright. I'll show you how I fixed it up by adding certain colors to darken spots and lighten spots. For the nose, eyelids, ears, and belly, I just added some blue to turn it into a green. Now it does look off, but give it time and it will look better. I then started using a little foam brush and started patting different colors on to age it and rot it a bit. Now, I'm gonna apologize again because I couldn't show the body, but I decided I'd show the chest before showing the finish. Now, I don't know what organs were there because they just look like bunches of junk, but I decided a heart and little strands would be better. I once again lost a little bit of footage showing me painting the depths in. It was late, I was rushing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me if you did or didn't. If you didn't, I would really like you guys to tell me what I could have done better in the comments. That way I can grow from this and you guys can feel like you have a part of this channel.